Hello, my sweet babes. Welcome back to Bedtime with Mama. Tonight we're going to read another one of your favorites, Julia's House Moves On. Bump! Julia's house was for lost creatures of every kind. But the house was getting restless, and it's time to move on. Everyone could feel it. The goblins were cranky and full of mischief. The mermaid spent her days languid in languid sighs. The ghost had faded, and the troll just stared out the window while reciting poems. Yes, it was time to move on. I have a plan for this, said Julia. She really did. Books were packed, boxes stacked. She had a nice spot picked out in the mountains. But then the house started moving on its own. Hey, shouted Julia. Where are you going? This was not part of the plan. But the turtle didn't care about the plan. Not at all. He went right in the ocean. Oh, what is that out in the distance? Do you see out in the distance there? Oh, now we know why he went out into the water. He's in love. And down into the water he went. That's not good news for Julia's house. The tattered remains of Julia's house drifted on the lonely sea. Things looked bleak. The creatures sloshed about in the water as they looked to Julia. Don't worry, she said. I have a plan for this. She really did. Kick, shouted Julia. Faster! The creatures kicked as fast as they could. The house listed dangerously close to one side. And then the goblins spotted fins circling in the water. Uh-oh. The creatures scrambled back on board. The house was sinking fast. Don't worry, Julia called. I have a plan for this. She ran to her workshop. She tore through the boxes. She sounded Triton's horn. Whoa. Who came? Is that like the Kraken monster? She's trying to save her house and kick those sharks' butt. When the Kraken sank below the waves, things were worse than ever. The creatures looked to one another. I can make a plan for this, whispered Julia. Julia ran to her workshop, but when she emerged, the creatures were paddling to the horizon. Julia was alone with her plan. Julia stared out over the lonely sea. She opened her hand and watched her plans float out on the wind. But then the sea erupted in light and song. The queen of the sea lifted Julia's house up out of the water. The creatures were all there. We have a plan for this, they said. They really did. The goblins hammered and the robots wired. The ghosts collected the sheets and blankets. And the gilly grew. And it grew and it grew until it's floating out of the water. Julia's house set a course through the clouds. The way ahead was uncertain, and it was anyone's guess where they would land. Julia was all out of plans. And that was okay. I love you, my sweet babies. I hope you sleep well tonight. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow.